Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. We're doing a nice full body flow today, so find some space to move and let's get started. So we're going to begin today sitting down, and if you want to join me in butterfly, you can bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide. Bring some length into your spine. You can stay seated tall, maybe press your hands into the ground behind you. Maybe you're able to tip forwards and your hips feel good here. But I just want you to close your eyes or look down to the ground in front of you and just scan your body from your toes to the crown of your head. How are you feeling through your legs and hips today? What is your low back saying or not saying to you right now? Can you allow your shoulders to fall away from your ear? You soften your forehead and your jaw. Take another breath. And then use an inhale to lift if you're folding forward. You can bring your knees together, give them a squeeze, maybe a rock side to side. And then we're going to move into tabletop, so onto our hands and knees. Take your time, spread your fingers wide, maybe give your hips a little bit of a sway side to side too. A nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then tuck your toes and take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out to lift your knees into downward facing dog, where you might pedal the feet. Bend and straighten the knees, lift and lower the heels. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now you can bring your feet a little wider if you'd like, maybe to the edges of your mat. Can you turn your toes in slightly? Press into your hands, send your hips higher. Maybe you'll start to walk your right hand towards your left foot. Maybe you'll actually hold the ankle. Maybe you'll take a peek to the left side too. A little bit of a twist in this wide leg down dog. Bring your right hand back to the top of your mat and switch sides. Your left hand can move towards the right foot if it wants to, or it can stay at the top of your mat. But maybe you're taking a peek to the right side. And then bringing your left hand back. Scoot your feet back in as well so they're hip width apart. Again, take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then use an inhale to look forward. As you exhale, walk on up to the top of your mat. Once you get there, inhale for a half lift and exhale to fold forwards. Use an inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, lower your arms to your sides. Roll your shoulders back and inhale to reach up and exhale to fold forward. Inhale for a half lift and exhale to fold down. Inhale all the way up, reach up. Exhale, lower your arms to your sides, maybe taking a shoulder roll, and then inhale as you reach up again. Exhale, let's fold forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding down. Take an inhale to come all the way up. Reach up. Exhale. Lower your arms to your sides. Stay standing. We're going to float our left foot. Maybe it's just the heel. maybe the whole foot. If you can reach back for your foot and hug that heel towards your glute, you can hold your foot with one hand or with both. Maybe try to glue your inner legs or knees together. A little quad stretch, a little bit of balance. And then slowly let that go. Bring your left foot to the ground. Switch sides. Maybe it's just the right heel that wants to lift. You can keep both feet down. But if that right foot wants to float, if you want to reach for it, hug the heel towards the glute. Give the legs a little squeeze together. Find your quad, maybe your ankle, maybe your hip. And then slowly release, bringing that foot down. Give the legs a little shake if you'd like. Roll your shoulders back and down and inhale to reach up. Exhale as you fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift and exhale to fold down. Let's plant our hands this time. Step your feet back and into your downward facing dog. Maybe a pedal of the feet. Pressing into the hands, let your head and your chest get heavier. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now use an inhale to look forwards, and as you exhale, walk back to the top of your mat. Take an inhale for a half lift once you get there, and exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, let your arms fall to your sides. Stay standing. Maybe you can float both of your heels at the same time, coming onto the balls of the feet, using your toes as little claws, little supports to hold you up. You can do one heel at a time or both. And maybe start to drop those heels back down, roll the shoulders back, and take an inhale to reach up. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale to come down. Plant your hands. Take your feet back into your downward facing dog. Now you can widen the feet again. Turn the toes in. Push the hands into the ground. Send your hips higher. Can you let your chest and your head get a bit heavier? Can you look between your feet? And maybe start to walk your hands towards them. Once you get there, maybe you keep walking your hands between your feet. Maybe you turn your fingers to point behind you and you keep walking your hands between your feet and maybe taking a peek between the legs. Now start to look forwards again. Walk your hands back between the feet. Turn the fingers to point forwards again. Walk the hands all the way back to the top of your mat so that you end up in your downward dog. Press into the hands. Send your hips high. Take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. Use an inhale to look forwards. As you exhale, walk your feet to the top. But if your feet are wide, walk them wide. All the way to the top of your mat so that your feet are still wide once you get there. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Use an inhale to come all the way up to standing, reaching up, standing tall. Let your arms fall to your sides. Now we're just going to turn our toes out slightly. I'm going to move my feet so they're on my mat. So toes are on the mat, but feet are a little bit wider. Now we can float maybe both of the heels. So the toes are pointing out a touch. Maybe one heel at a time. I think Bo is going to come push me over. Find your balance, find your breath, and then gently bringing your heels down. If you have them lifted, bring the feet back together as well. Roll your shoulders back and down. Take an inhale to reach up and an exhale to fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift and exhale, Fold, planting your hands and stepping your feet back into your downward facing dog. Press the ground away. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knees down to your tabletop. Give your hips a little bit of a sway side to side. And then take a nice big inhale. Drop your belly down. Lift your chest, maybe the chin. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Let an inhale bring you back to a nice long spine. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees into downward facing dog. A nice deep breath in to look forwards. And exhale, walk on up to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, lower your arms to your sides. All right, you guys, stay standing. We're going to reach back for our left foot. Again, maybe you will hold the inside edge of the foot this time. Open the chest, the shoulder a little bit. You can stay tall, squeezing the legs together. You could also tip forwards and let that left knee lift up behind you. Tip forwards, dancer. Maybe reaching forwards with the right arm too. Breathe. Now use an inhale to slowly come back the way you came. Stay here holding that left foot though. The challenge of the day is the quad stretch and hover that right heel. It's not going to last long probably. Go for it and then release it down and let your foot go too. Forget about what just happened. Shake out your legs. Find your dancer. Hold your foot, maybe the inside edge. Squeeze the legs together. Maybe a tip forwards, letting that knee go back behind you. Maybe reaching the left arm forwards too. Breathe. Slowly finding your way back to standing tall, but keeping that foot. And you can hold the foot with both hands, one hand. Maybe an arm available helps, but just go for it. Concentrate. Push into the ball of the foot, float the heel. Push into the toes, float the heel. And then bring it down and let your foot go too. And give your legs a shake, maybe the arms as well. Roll the shoulders back and down and inhale to reach up. Exhale, let's fold. Inhale, half lift. And as you exhale, we're going to fold and pause. Pause in your forward fold. Maybe hold your elbows. Let your head be heavy. You could sway a little. Maybe you're even comfortable closing your eyes. And you can keep the balance. Stay for another breath. Release your hands to the ground, bend the knees. Inhale into a half lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale to fold forwards, plant the hands, step on back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, lower your knees. Tabletop, maybe a sway of the hips. Widen the knees, bring your big toes together, and maybe take a seat back on the heels. Let the shoulders fall from the ear. Another opportunity to close the eyes. Let go of the practice. How does your breath feel right now? You can stay seated or you can lean forward. Bring your forehead down, child's pose. Just you and your breath. Breathe softness into your body. And when you're feeling ready to move again, you can lift. Bring your knees together. Cross your ankles. Give your legs a hug, a squeeze. We're gonna lay down on our backs. Once you get there, you might hug your knees to your chest. Or you might make a diamond shape with your legs. Feel your back against the ground. As you and your breath one leg at a time, you can send them out long. Your feet out wide. Shavasana. Just you and your breath. Staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, namaste.